guys, gals, and legionnaires, Raikon here, and welcome back to Noah's Tale. Now, I'll record this one slightly after my last one. I might sound slightly better as well. Definitely not as sick as I was when I recorded the first episode. And unfortunately, I was too sick to edit it and get it out to you guys in time, so I hope you don't mind the wait. But we're back, and Noah's going to continue on her journey. She has unfortunately stepped in for a decent amount of time. It's now 12 o'clock. So I've already lost half the day, really, on day 12, her 12th day alive here. She's hungry, so let's start off by having some scrambled eggs. We got some cooked wild veg as well. Let's see. Right, that does the job for now. Now there should be some water outside as well, if all things have gone well. Let's have a look, eh? So I'm thinking that we've probably drawn the majority of the horrific evil things that want to eat us. We've drawn them to us already. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping. And that we don't have to worry about too much in the area. But we have been making, you know, a decent amount of noise. We've been shooting our gun quite a fair bit as well. Okay, not a huge amount of water in there, but that's something at least. So we will take that for now. We'll leave the level funnel there for now because we'll come back for it. Famous last words, I probably won't. But I will do my best to. Alright, that's all good. Now, let's see. We've got a little bit of food. I would like to have a little bit more before we start our kind of readathon once more. Ooh, it's a bobcat. Okay, that's potential meat. It's also potential danger for Noah. Let's have a look at this bobcat over here. So we can see that it's ignoring us at the moment. It's a spotted wildcat living across much of North America. It is not a serious threat to humans, but can be aggressive if not left alone. So we'll try and leave it alone, as I think that might be the smart thing to do. Now I'm going to have a quick look and see if we can... No, we can't search through those. Just regular shrubs. But hopefully, once we get closer towards the forest, we might be able to have a bit of a look, just a bit of a morning scavenge. I say morning, but it's already gotten on a little bit, and shit, that doesn't look good. We'll stay away from the potential worm threat out in the field there. Another one of the reasons that fields can be quite dangerous. A blueberry bush, but it most likely doesn't have anything for us right now. It's just a shrub. Damn. Okay, we'll get down towards the forest. That's where we're going to find stuff. We've spotted a grim howler. First one seen in this game, I believe. So let's have a look. Okay, he's down in the forest there. So a grim howler is a zombified wolf. Its mouth oozes with a black substance coating the vicious-looking white fangs. So pretty dangerous. I mean, wolves by themselves for an unschooled survivor can be troubling, to say the least. Oh, looks like we've got a few dead insects and things down there. So we'll do our best to avoid it if we can. So we'll give it a little bit of a wide berth. It's the first day in a while it's actually been sunny, which is making a little bit of a change. Let's see what these kinds of bushes are over here. So strawberries, but they'll ripen in summer, so we'll have to make sure that we collect a few of those when summer does eventually come. I've got 30-day cycles on, so once it reaches the 30th day of spring, we'll start edging on it into summer. Right, okay, so let's go and have a look in the grass. See what we found? We found some trash, some wire. We found something. Some wild vegetables. Okay, we'll grab them. Now, we still don't have a lot of carry space because we are carrying a lot of books with us. Wild herbs, we'll take them. This is all good for Noah's survival skills anyway. There's still a bit of scavenging in the woods. Oh, let's see. Glass jar. Nah, we'll let it go. Grab the veggies though. More vegetables? It's good, it's good. So the forests, I'm guessing also because it's springtime as well, probably a really good time for us to be doing this. Lots of new things will be growing. Whereas if I was to try and do this in winter, I'm sure it'd be much harder. Sure, we might come across the odd bird's egg, but I imagine that would actually be a little bit rare. So we're just going to skirt around the outside. We're not going to worry about going too far in. And that looks like it's going to be all that we can carry for the time being anyway, so we're going to start to head back towards the mansion. Let's just have a quick look at the map. And we're just going to get that again. Because, as I say, when I start a new episode, I generally upgrade to the latest experimental, so each time it is going to give us a little bit of a reminder, unfortunately. That's okay. Looks like this forest spurts down most of the way. There might be a gap in between it, but I'm not too stressed about it. If we do need to drive through, it's it's pretty much as easy to use the road. It's not going to save us a hell of a lot of time going off-road there. One thing I want to be cautious of is when I'm walking back up towards the mansion that I do not walk on any mines. As we know, there is a minefield out there, and although many of the mines have probably been popped by the zombies, there's still a chance that it's still out there, so it's just going to be mindful of where we're walking. We can actually see that we're warm at the moment now, which is a strange thing. Usually they're very cold and bleak days, but you know, it's not actually looking too bad. So for now, we're going to jump back into here. So temperature is going to start falling. We're out of the sun. We're in the vehicle now, and I think that we should be able to get a little bit of reading done. Although before I start, I'm just going to chuck a few things in here. Let's see. You know what? We're going to put the other books in the back. We're just going to chuck them back in there now. So cooking on a budget and pitching a tent. Just so that we've got a little bit more room. And we're going to start reading. So we're going to continue reading How to Trap Anything, because I think that's the last thing that we were reading. So we'll start reading, and we should be able to, yep, read pretty well. So I'll go until we get very hungry. We're getting thirsty. Still daytime. It's getting a little bit later. Might start getting a little bit hard to read soon. But luckily it's been a relatively good day. It's drizzling, but it's not too bad. And we'll just skip on past that. And almost there. You can just hold down space if you want. Okay. Bam! Look at that. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of a break. It's now raining, so we are going to have some of that water of ours. And we'll also have something to eat. So we've still got a few more scrambled eggs. I'll use that before we eat our cooked wild vegetables. Just because I imagine eggs would go off just a little bit faster. Obviously cold eggs ain't great, but you know, wild veg cold, I know, you can imagine it's a salad. It's been cooked and been left around for a day. Again, not the nicest food, but you know, it's still something at least. Okay, we will continue to read, and it looks like we're going to be able to get a decent amount of knowledge out of this book. So we'll start reading, and if it says it's hard to read... Okay, we can't see to read. Okay, that's alright, because it's now 8 o'clock, it's getting a little bit later. Noah's sleep schedule is going to be a little bit all over the place while this is going on, but yeah, it's not too bad. So we're going to start up the engine, we're going to control the vehicle, and we're going to flick on the dome lights. And we will control the vehicle, stop driving. Okay, so we're going to sit in here, and we're going to continue to read. Oh, we learned a new recipe. Okay. And we learned another one. A blade trap. See, all of these will be quite handy for... Okay, we're tired. Actually, in the interest of getting Noah's sleep schedule a little bit better than what it was before, we are actually going to stop reading now, yeah. We probably could just sleep out here, but I think we're going to have a comfier sleep inside. And plus, it gives us a chance to, as I probably should have been doing while we were just sitting in there, dropping this gallon jug back into this position here. Actually want to grab that lever funnel and just place it again, just in case it hasn't activated properly. There we go. Alright, now we're hungry and thirsty. I'm going to stay hungry till the morning, I'm alright with that. Maybe we should have something to eat. I might just have some of those wild veggies. We'll have the cooked ones that we've had already. But we'll stay thirsty till the morning. That's a sacrifice I can live with. Okay, let's see. Not quite. There we go. Right, we're back home for now. And I forgot the blanket again. But I think Noah's been pretty comfortable in here anyway. I mean, she still leaves everything on, but that's okay. So, we are going to try and sleep. Rest the night away. Now, I'm probably not going to want to read all of those books, because these are precious days that Noah's using up at the moment. They're days where we could be collecting more supplies, because it's spring. It's still warm outside. It means that we could be doing things like collecting wild vegetables and the rest. But we woke up at a good time, so I'm actually happy with that. Still a bit hungry, so let's eat some of those wild vegetables. And we will head back outside and grab some of that water. Okay, oh, that bobcat's still hanging around. So we'll know when he goes hostile towards us as well, as it will say hostile. But at the moment he's fleeing, which is interesting. I guess Noah is intimidating. Alright, we'll leave a liver funnel there. Let's have something to drink. I probably should cook up some of those vegetables now while we're here. Let's see. I could just do a dig and pick up. He is all over the back of that truck. No, actually, we'll use the digging pit out the back rather. But we'll need something to burn. Let's see. It looks like the 2x4s are still there, so that's okay, that's good. Let's activate our lighter, light that, move back a step, see what we can make. Okay, so we can actually make a herbal tea. Not bad. It's pretty tempting. The quench is really good. You actually get a little bit of nutrition from it as well. If we were to batch cook that, we could make a shit ton of tea. Wow, because essentially we'd use all the water that we had. Yeah. I'll think about that. I think we're going to need food more though, so let's just have a look and see what we need to make these. Wild herb seeds. Vegetable stems, cooked wild vegetables. So we don't even need water, which is good. I thought that we'd actually be boiling them in the water, but I guess not. So we're going to want to hit B to batch cook them, and we're going to cook 8 of them. So it's going to take a little while, as we see the morning kind of go by, but it actually didn't take that long at all, which is good. So let's, we're here. I'm going to be okay with actually making a little bit of tea for us. So let's go into food. We're going to go for our herbal tea. Although the only problem, though, is that you need to have somewhere to put it. But luckily, I do think we have a few bottles still. So, yeah, we can see we actually do. So we'll put it in the glass bottle, and then we'll try and make some more. As it's sunny outside now, our fire's not going to go out, which is nice. Great. And we will put that into... I guess we can put some more in there. Actually, alright, well, in that case, let's batch cook a little bit, eh? So this is just using those wild herbs that we picked up. You can also use pine needles. You can make pine needle tea. Let's see. Great. Pour some in there, and there's some left over. See if we can fill those up as well. Why not? Okay, great. There's no easy way to extinguish the fire. We can only hope that the fire goes out by itself and doesn't burn down the house. As it's in a pit, so it is relatively well contained, but still there's a chance that it can spread to these walls. So... yeah, something to watch out for. I've probably been a little bit, yeah, it may not be the smartest move to have that so close to there. Okay, so we're going to have some chewing gum. Probably should have had that after we had the food, but hey, what can you do? We've actually got some scrambled eggs left, so we'll eat that before we eat the other stuff, because it'll make us happy. And we will drink some of that herbal tea. Let's use the bowls first. There we go. Great. So we're not slaked, but it'll see us through for a while at least. And it's still relatively early on in the day, so again, that's another good thing for us. I did leave the dome light on, which is not a problem at all because it used barely, a single percentage. I'm going to leave it on during the day. I'm fine with just continuing with it going. And let's continue to read How to Trap Anything. Because we've invested some time in it, so we might as well finish it off. Okay, we're at 67%. 71. We learnt a booby trap. Great. Black rat spotted. No, don't stop reading. Almost there. That bobcat's back. Great. Okay, so we've learnt everything that we can from there. Do we have any more... Yes, there are still some more recipes that we can learn from that, but again, nothing that we can live without. Now, I'm going to start thinking about what we actually need, because I don't want to be here forever. So our trapping skill is actually our highest skill at the moment, which is funny. Everything's starting to rust a little bit because we haven't been using it, but it shouldn't rust past 0, which is good. So it means that any progress that you have made, you'll lose, but as long as you make it over a level, you remember that. So as long as you remember the fundamentals that got you to that point, then you're okay. That's the way I look at it, at least. So I'd like to get fabrication up, at least above 1, as it is really low. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be crafting that's going to do that for us. Let's have a read, eh? Yes. It's going to increase our fabrication skill. So we start reading, and we were actually a little bit along before as well, so we're going to be learning a little bit more. Okay, we learned a wearable flashlight. That's cool. Let's see if we can read anything else. We can. Let's keep on reading. Actually, we're hungry and thirsty. We'll deal with that first. So we're going to have some more tea. It's not hot, but it's okay. Drink that. We will eat our wild vegetables, and we will have some chewing gum. Great. So we can see if we hit V, we're in a pretty good mood, which is good. So it's giving us more focus, so we'll be able to learn faster. Our focus isn't great right now. It could probably be better. There's been some great tips in the comments. Using an MP3 player or something like that is a really good idea. Unfortunately, I don't have an MP3 player, but if Noah did, it'd be really good for us to just chuck it on. It's got a relatively low battery drain, and it just keeps your mood up while you're reading books, because it does actually bring your focus down, and it does bring your mood down reading for long periods of time, because, well, I mean, you're grinding, you're studying, really, and I mean, only some things are really fun when you're studying, if they think back to your school days. Okay, so we're almost there. Level 2. Great, that's good. Again, hungry and thirsty, so we'll just have some more herbal tea. And we will have some of our wild vegetables. Alright, and we'll continue to learn from Crafting 101. Bipod. So we're learning quite a few recipes while we're doing this as well. We learned to shovel, charcoal kiln. See what else we can learn. Spare magazine. So these are modifications for our weapons, so pretty good. It's 8 o'clock. 9. It's probably getting close to, I think, after we've finished reading this book, looking like sleep time. Maybe not. But we've learned all that we can from there, so that's good. So what I'm wanting to do is at least get like a fundamental understanding of most things here. So we've got at least, you know, our major skills, so computers, mechanics, fabrication, tailoring even. We've all got them off 0. I'd like to get our speaking above 0. First aid I'm not too concerned with yet, but obviously it's a very important skill to have. I'd like to get electronics a little bit higher as well, but again, I'm not going to be worrying about them as of yet. We're going to be interacting with computers, so it's good that we've got that up, but I think if I'm going to get anything else up before we start to move on and explore once more, I'd like to get speaking up, because we do deal with a lot of people, so the better that we are at speaking, the better that we are going to be to kind of deal with these NPCs, because, yeah, as we've all seen, some of them can be quite unstable. So I'm thinking most likely self-esteem for dummies. Let's see what else we've got. How to succeed in business. That might help us with bartering and things like that. Wouldn't mind learning some of these, so that's probably going to help us with our brawling and stuff like that, but having martial arts can be quite good as well. So judo, always a good choice. I did judo actually when I was in high school. I actually got to be up until the point I was second in New Zealand for my for under my age, which is, I think, was under 14 or 15 at the time. And so I went to the New Zealand champs, and it went pretty well. I've only lost once as well. I used to be pretty good, but fortunately I just I lost the passion for it, really. I enjoyed it because it was a challenge, but after a little while, I don't know, it just stopped being enjoyable to me. And yeah, that's when I kind of let it go. Alright, enough of that. We still can learn more from this book though, so I think we're going to eat some vegetables. We're going to drink some tea. I'd like to be at least slaked and have our hunger dealt with before we go to sleep. Let's see how the battery's doing. It's doing okay. You know what, let's turn it off, because there's no point having it going all night, at least. So, turn off the dome lights. And stop driving. Okay. And we'll drop you back over here. There you are, gallon jug. Great. Back inside, back to the bed. This is becoming quite the routine for Noah. I think new territory will help her in time. Okay, alright. Everything's looking okay. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's not so bad. We're gonna go to sleep. We're on day 14 now. Getting along. So far, it seems like we're surviving the night, and great, 8 o'clock, that's not too bad. Let's have some more of those wild vegetables. Enough to fill us up. Not fill us, but, you know, at least make us not hungry. Ooh, that made us full though. Good. Because you do get a little bit of nutrition from the tea as well, which is nice. That and a good mood modifier. Better than just drinking straight water. Water is always going to be the best thing for quenching your thirst. It's got the highest quench on it. I mean, look, it's 50. But you do get more. I think we're just going to leave that out there, actually, you know what? Let the drizzle start to fill it up a little bit. At least, I don't think it filled up at all last night. Let's take down that leather funnel, make sure it's applied properly. There we go. Okay, jump back in here. Start it up. And flick those lights on. And open up our book, Self-Esteem for Dummies. Black rat spotted? It seems to be hanging around the area. Nothing for us to concern ourselves with, though. Apparently Noah seems to think so. Must just be catching his sight on the horizon. So it keeps on darting in and out of our view. Okay, I'm hoping this will at least get us to 3, which would be better than 0, which is on at the moment. That bloody rat's annoying me. God damn it. Okay, good. Let's have something else. Oh, we don't have any more tea. So this is good because it's going to be the last of our food as well, because I will be wanting to move out after this point. Let's just drink some straight up water. And you know what, we'll take the funnel too. Okay, drink that up. But it is already 1 o'clock, so I don't think we'll leave today, but we'll definitely leave next morning. I'm thinking it's going to be our course. You see our focus is only 53, so you can see it's going down quite a bit now. As we aren't in a good mood, well, you see up the top corner, we're just kind of neutral. We're getting hungry again. If we just have some light left by the time we've finished reading this, I'll probably just do a little bit more scavenging in the woods. Oh, that bloody rat. Although I think it's probably going to be perfectly timed. Oh no, might have a little bit of light. Great! So that's all that we can learn from there anyway. Actually, let's turn everything off before I forget about it. Alright. Turn off that. Stop driving. Close it up. And there is a ginormous worm around the side of the house. I just saw out the corner of my eye. We'll actually chuck all the books back in here for now. Explosives, electronics. Actually, we'll leave that behind. as we don't want to have that in our inventory. So let's just toss that out into the rain. Thank you, book. We need you no longer. So you can see there's a massive amount of activity around there. Jeez. What the hell? They've been moving around like crazy. Okay, that's terrifying. I don't want to stand on the ground anymore. Okay, how far is the forest from here? It's closer on the other side, but I don't really want to go there. Theodore Grove. Theodore. Let's leave Theodore alone for now. He might be trouble. And I think... well, it's raining. Do we want to go out to the forest before nightfall? Yes, we do. Because why not? Noah's getting hungry, and I don't want her to be hungry when she sets off. And that bobcat's still here as well. And it's clear now. That's good. So I guess the sign was good for us. And it looks like there is another worm over there as well. Worm / tremor / horrific underground thing. Yeah. Not good for us. All round not good. See if that Grim Howler is still down here. There's a zombie dog, but he doesn't seem to be concerned with us. So far. That might change. Oh, come on, Noah. So if I have a look at our survival skill, I'll see if it's actually going up while we're doing this. So it's on 7%, and you can see that it's no longer rusted. So it means that we are using it. So it's probably not going to go up percent every time you use one of these, as it only take 100 bushes to get you up a level. But it's something at least. And I like that. I like the learning through doing that you get in this. And those are a large amount of bird's eggs. I feel sorry for the bird. But hey, we need to eat. And that's a good amount of eggs. And what died down here? A dog. Oh shit, what is that? That's a zombie dog. I like the figure that you've got for it. Yeah, not nice. That's coming for us, I believe. Let's see. Is it? I believe it is. Yes. Okay, right. Now, 2 different ways we can go about this. It's going to be fast. We've got 3 encumbrance, so we're already at a disadvantage. We do have our pistol. If we miss, and things aren't looking good, I can draw that pistol and we can blow the sucker away, but in the interest of saving ammunition, I think we're going to try and take it out here. Yes, look at that. Like an expert. Noah slashes through the air and kills the zombie dog. Alright, let's butcher it before it gets back up. Sorry, just to mute for a second then. My throat is still not 100%, it would seem. Nothing in the bushes yet, apart from some splintered wood. Well, the eggs at least were a good find. I'm pretty happy with that. More bodies, and I'm pretty sure that these are bug bodies. Giant wasp, yeah. And an opossum. We don't want to go too close to the webs. Poor cat has, though. Alright, starting to get hungry, and we're actually getting a little bit warm as well. Oh, I didn't even notice we got some wild vegetables over there. But I saw them. There we go. So what is this hash? foliage, I think it is. I think is the what replaces it. So it's something that we don't usually see. So I can understand that not being not seeing that. Canola. Oh, so we can make it into canola oil. Very nice. We'll take it with us. We're going a little bit further into the woods than I would have liked, but we've still got some time. Let's see. What warm articles of clothing does Noah have on? What's actually getting hot? Torso. The torso is actually getting the hottest out of everything. So I could always just take off her shirt for now. She still has the Kevlar vest beneath it. Because obviously the trench coat gives really good storage, so I wouldn't want to remove that if she started getting hot. That's going to be very handy as well, the thermoelectric one. I forgot I could turn that on if I need to. Let's see. Actually, the quickest way to look and see what I've got on my torso is just to come here. Then we can see what we've got. So, yeah, the sheriff's shirt does give a little bit of warmth. So does the Kevlar vest, though, as well. So I could just take that off for the time being. But, obviously, the sheriff's shirt doesn't protect me as well. Let's just take the shirt off for now. And keep the trench coat on top. I think Noah will always cherish this shirt because it's her officer's shirt. She's had it since the start, and same thing, she's always going to have her deputy star with her, even though now she's kind of really the sheriff. Newspaper page. Public service announcement. Aid delayed. Fighting by the military at the new edge of New England disaster area is expected to delay civilian extraction. Civilians will be forced to supply themselves over the next few weeks. And how long ago was that? Far too long. No, I believe no help will be coming for Noah. She is on her own. But I think that's the way that she likes it. I mean, she likes the company of Harley and Claude. But, you know, she knows that she can make it on her own. Or at least she has so far, which is good. Let's grab some pine cones. Why not? They're here. So we can get some pine nuts from those. Okay. That's a pine. I see. Let's see. Yeah, so we can get pine boughs from that as well, which we can use for tinder. We'll just take the pine cones for now. I wonder if we can get pine needles from them, though. Maybe not. But we can use that if we were to try and tan hides, so it's good to know. Right, I'm going to get rid of that bag of potato chips because we can't eat them. I don't know why I've held on to them for so long. We don't have any cooked food yet, so we're going to spend the rest of the evening just cooking up what we have, and then we'll see how we stand. Okay, how close are we to the house? We've gone quite far past it, but obviously I want to make sure that I avoid that worm by all cost, especially on the other side. There's a freaking orgy going on there. I'm actually going to have a quick look at that before I head back in for the evening. Okay. Let's see if we can get a peek. Actually, I think we can have a look from inside. I think we'll be inside. I think we're safe inside. God, look at that. You wouldn't even be able to tell where it is at any one time, or where they are. I've never seen that before. Never seen that level of movement underground. That's crazy. Just the whole landscape is just overturned. I've fought worms before, and they weren't a big deal, but there are different types of worms. You know, you can think you know every enemy in this game, but then be very, very surprised. So, you know, I won't say there isn't a chance that I will run into something that I've never seen before and won't know how to handle, because that's entirely possible. Right. badly burnt 2x4, but I think it's still got some life left in it, so let's see if we can light it on fire. We can, and, well, obviously as well, look, the place is still here, so that's really good. always a bonus. We can also see here as well now, we have a large amount of things that we can build now that we couldn't before. Things like a homemade suppressor, which I would love. So if we could get a muffler, or 4 rags, and a pipe, oh, freaking easy. We could make a homemade suppressor for our pistol, which would be awesome. I mean, sure, it's going to reduce its accuracy and its damage output, but all things considered, that's pretty easy to make. I might try and see if we can put that together tonight before we go to sleep. Yeah, but for now, let's see. Okay, so we can get... Oh, we can actually eat them as well. No, but for now I think we will just make... Now, I'm just going to double check the boiled egg and the scrambled eggs, because I know that was -1 quench. Enjoyability is less, and the portion's only 1, but how many does it use? So it uses 1 bird's egg, whereas this uses 2 bird's eggs. So we get more nutrition from this, I believe, but then again, portion's 2, portion's 1. So you eat it, I think each portion should have 38 nutrition to it. So I'm just trying to figure out which one's more beneficial long term. See, it uses 2 eggs, but we get 2 portions. Enjoyability is higher. I think all round the scrambled eggs are a better route to go, so we're going to make 2 scrambled eggs, and we'll probably make 1 boiled egg. Okay. Let's see, let's go to food, because we should have 1 left over. There we go. Great. Let's go crafting again. Let's make some tea while we're here. Actually, no, let's make the vegetables first. So we've got a few of those. Great. We're not getting any smoke here as well, which is nice. Let's make some herbal tea. And let's just make 3 things of tea. Ooh, I think we just got enough to do it. Great. Okay, so let's drink some of the hot tea. There it is. And we will drink, or eat, rather, scrambled eggs. Okay, we'll eat till we're full. Yeah, there we go. We're feeling pretty good. You see our focus is much higher now, just after that walk and everything. Just revitalizes the mind. But I'd like to put together that suppressor, if we can. So, I reckon we're going to go into here, and we'll see if we can disassemble one of these fridges. Now, I don't think it's disassemble furniture, I might just have to smash it. So, let's wield our crowbar for a second, and we'll try and smash this fridge. Do we get any pipes from that, though? That's the question. No, we get copper tubing. Bugger. We can... Now, this... I don't think there's any... I don't think there's anywhere I'll actually get a pipe from in here. I think everything's glass containers and the rest. So I may have made that noise for no reason, which is unfortunate. Now, I did say a pipe or something else. Pipe or... homemade suppressor. A muffler, right, yeah, so I could remove a muffler from a car, but... Oh no, it still needs a pipe anyway, it's a muffler pipe. Yeah. Could try and destroy the stove, although... yeah, might be dangerous. Let's see if I can just deconstruct furniture. Deconstruct the oven. Oh, I can disassemble the oven. Okay, let's take a few things from here. Let's take those. Okay, because I might just be able to make myself a hot plate, which would be much easier than lighting fires all the time. Actually, let's use the search mode. So we're going to use find, and then we're just going to search hot. We should see hot plate somewhere if we can make it. I don't think we can yet, unfortunately. No. Okay. Oh well. Make a shotgun revolver. Right. Okay. It's unfortunate. I thought I'd be able to get a pipe from here somewhere, but alas, I cannot think of anywhere where there would be a pipe. Lots and lots of wood. No pipe. Bummer. Okay, well that's alright. Let's dive back into here for now. We are tired already, but let's just have a quick little squiz at everything that we've got here. Go through and see what we can make. So they split into sections here. So you can see we can go to bashing. We can see all the different bashing weapons we can make here, which is not bad. Nord. Nail sword. Right, very nice. I see. We've got cutting weapons. Which is surprised with some of the things that we can make, actually. Piercing, forked spear, stone spear, steel spear. Not bad, but for that we need, slightly more advanced. But, we actually do have a settling torch. We could make something like that. But I think our katana's more than good enough, really. But you can see here that we can make sawn-off variations of our guns, which might be an option. Explosives. You can make pipe bombs. 1 pipe, 200 gasoline. Not bad. Not bad. Section of pipe fused with explosive materials. Use this item to light the fuse, which gives you 3 turns to get away before it detonates. It's somewhat unreliable and may fail to detonate. Yeah, I can imagine that would be quite, make you quite nervous. Ooh, so pilot light. You need quite a bit to make a grenade, but it could do some serious damage. It's nice to know that Noah can actually make these things now after reading some of the books. She can probably make even more as well. And we can see all the different modifications she can make as well. Pistol bayonet. Let's see, we can make that pretty easily, but obviously it just adds a little bit more weight to it, something that we don't really need. And even a spear gun. So she can make some basic bullets, a few arrows, the fletching for those. Wow, but then quite a few bolts as well. Jeez, okay. Right, a lot of food recipes. As you can see, there's a lot of food in the game, and even more that you can make yourself. Just huge variations. Just again, yeah. When I've said this is a deep game, this is the crafting system goes even deeper than this. In chemicals, we have a very, very limited idea when it comes to that. In electronics, we've got none at all. But we see here that we can make a few new things that we couldn't before. A book plate. A crude form of armor made from stacked paper rolls. Huh. Oh wow, so it's actually the torso. So our book plate. So you've strapped books to yourself. Okay, right, I see. Interesting. Don't think it's for us, however. See what else we can make in here. See if there's anything that we can work towards. Noise cancelling headgear. We've got some earplugs, but something like that might be better. Let's see. Hooded hat. Can't imagine the blindfold's very handy. Also imagine it would have been much more encumbering to the eyes. Oh, it covers the eyes, encumbrance 10. Yeah, I thought it would have been more than that. So a few things, not a huge amount. And then if we have a look under, there's a few things missing from that. But if we have a look under our survival type tools here, this is where all of the. Oh, we can actually make a better funnel now. That might be an option for us. Sorry, getting distracted there. We can make all of our traps and things under here as well. So there's quite a large number of them. That could be handy though. It carries an ember, so you can carry it from one fire to another. Well, it's handy when you don't have modern tools, so I think eventually down the line when, you run out of lighters, run out of matches, because they don't run forever, something like that could definitely help you. But I have no idea whether Noah would get anywhere close to being that far down the line. She could even make some wooden cartwheels, and I wouldn't mind having a cart in this, like a proper large cart. Be quite handy. Make some basic turrets. Well, actually some very advanced turrets as well. Guess it's all part of the traps actually. We can make a reinforced solar panel. Shit. They actually be quite good reinforcing them actually. You need a reinforced pane of glass to put over the top of it though. Suppose that makes sense. hand mirror. Okay. Wow, a lot. There's just so much. And this is kind of still tip of the iceberg kind of stuff. There's even more that you can do. But yes, a rather large amount of things. So Noah's skills are expanding. She's becoming more experienced, becoming better at what she does. Oh, we don't want to activate the katana. I wanted to wield it, actually. Just going to keep that nice and close to her as she sleeps tonight. But I think this is going to be our last night in the mansion for a little while. We're probably going to try and head out on the road once more, do a little bit more exploration, see what's down these roads here, and even explore some of these places here. I think there might even be a small town before we get to the largest city. And I also want to see where this ends up as well, because I don't know whether or not that will connect to this town here. I'm just kind of hoping it's not another mansion. But that's going to wrap us up for this episode. I'd like to find a hospital next one, maybe. We'd be able to get some of those missions done for Claude and Harley. Actually, no, Jenny's the other one that needs it. Thank you for joining me. This has been Noah. I've been Rykon. Stay tuned.